I was thinking about
Oh, we were down.
someday, maybe a used something over there too. Another new used car.
Brittany,
I
you're all
said-
quiet.
I'm really tired. Exhausted.
But it's good on me before I get out there.
Is Joel coming?
And I was like, and I'm in this. And that's a retract. So I'm trying to explain.
What?
I'm researching now and actually getting some kind of comment about it.
I don't know.
Cause he had, it was, we went out, you, me, Christie, and Buck.
I think it's me. I
You
think
take Dave's spot, or did you
I
take?
took Craig's.
No, you're right, it's you.
I'm pretty sure it's me.
Yeah, it's great. Alternate fourth. Okay. You're right, right?
Yeah. Just left.
You got your position yet?
Not yet.
Last time I saw him at Walmart, he just totally
Alright,
ignored
second
me.
to call meeting to
You
order.
punched me at the fair last year.
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our Father in heaven, we thank you for granting us the privilege to meet today. We ask for your blessing, wisdom, and guidance as we conduct the business of the village. Amen.
Another minute. That pops off.
Yes, it is.
Roll call.
Cheney,
Yes.
Bauer,
Yes.
Powell,
Yes.
Percy,
Yes.
Fisher.
Yes.
Wheeler.
Need a motion to approve the minutes from the May 27th, 2025 regular meeting.
Motion to approve the minutes of the May 27th, 2025 regular council meeting.
Second.
Powell,
Yes.
Percy,
Yes.
Fisher.
Yes.
Bauer.
Yes.
Cheney,
Yes.
Wheeler.
There's no citizens here. Moving on to committee reports, building and property. Building and property. Okay. Just saying,
yeah.
after that last meeting, I'm just gonna try to keep us moving.
Okay, the closing on the lot we sold will be this Thursday. We also talked about property at 112 East Park Street. It has chickens, campers, brush, bunch of crap. And, I think it's 520 North George. Has a sheep. And supposed to be a sport animal, I guess. Then one that's going to court, properties that's going to court is 217 East Main, 206 West 7th, 424 North George, 525 North George, 537 North George.
535 North
Is
George.
that 535?
Yeah. Everything else is correct.
That's it.
Okay, community and business development.
Good Girl Grooming is having their grand opening tomorrow. And it's at 101 West Railroad Street. The ribbon cutting is at 1 PM and she will open on the 11th.
Community relations.
WLPD First Responders Day will be June 28th from 4 to 7 at the Nazarene Church. We Are WL is sponsoring a 5K on August 2nd, starting at 9, called the Fast and Furious. It's a catch and release program for cats. They are accepting donations for that program right now. And WRWL has the next meeting on July 16th at 6 o'clock here in council chambers.
Revitalization, have you set a date for your meeting?
No, not yet. So nothing tonight.
Perfect. Finance,
Finance met tonight and We reviewed the end of May cash summary report. The audits are complete and an auditor will be in to make a presentation to the finance committee soon. We recently received a $400 donation and from the Masonic Lodge, and that's to be applied to the bike program. We are looking to replace the police cruiser that was wrecked in a pursuit recently. I make a motion to approve the May cash summary report.
Second.
Fisher,
Yes.
Wheeler.
Yep.
Percy,
Yes.
Bauer,
Yes.
Powell,
Yes.
Cheney.
Yes.
Moving on to ordinance.
Ordinance, there's a resolution on the table for an urban forestry grant. This is to add some additional tree and foliage throughout the community and the parks.
Park board,
Nothing tonight.
planning commission local,
Nothing tonight.
county,
Nothing.
public safety.
The bike safety meeting is going to be held by, or class held by PD is going to be this Friday, the 13th, from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. And once you're done with the class, they'll be having pizza and water after
And that's Burt Park.
at Burt Park. Yes. We will be applying for the COPS grant, as a need for a new officer has been expressed by Chief. The new cruiser is almost complete, and we're looking to add a new to us cruiser as well.
Public works.
We talked about a sewer credit for a person who had a meter problem, and you need you don't need a roll call for that.
Not really.
It's not above the,
It's not, yeah, $499.99, I think is the
Is your limit?
limit. So
and we've had some people, call the office and want to know about a credit for their pools, and we don't do that anymore. So if you fill your pool, you're gonna pay. That's it.
Records retention, nothing. Rules, nothing tonight. Fire.
That's
Evening.
Howdy.
Let's see, for May 2025, we had a total of 18 calls. Year to date, we're 109. We had 0 fire loss in May. There was 5 calls in the village, 3 in Lafayette Township, 4 in Oxford, 4 in Linton, and 2 mutual aid calls out of the district. 86 firefighters responded for 46.7 hours. Payroll last month was a total of $1,099. Puts us at 11,162, so should be pretty good on the budget, payroll wise. Questions?
Thank you. Fiscal officer.
Hey, I don't have too much to report on tonight. I will touch on the legislation. We do have resolution 2025-27 that'll receive its second reading tonight, and I believe there's a request to have the final reading waived on that and pass that this evening due to the upcoming deadlines to submit for that COPS grant. And then they've already spoke to resolution 2025-28 that will receive its first reading tonight for the grant for the urban forestry program. Other than that, I've been continuing to work on the tax budget that is due in mid-July, and those additions are on for approval.
Police.
Evening.
Howdy.
For the month of May, the police department had 1,099 calls for service, 24 reports were taken, 0 felony arrests, 11 misdemeanor arrests, 0 juvenile arrests, 68 traffic stops, 11 citations issued, 5 traffic accidents, 1 OVI, and for the fuel was $1,146.71. We did just have the one cruiser was decaled today. Again, it'll be going out Monday to TAR to be outfitted, and they should have it approximately a week. So we should hopefully have that by the end of the month. Okay.
Any questions?
Can I hit on the bike safety thing
The
again?
bike safety is this Friday, 6 PM to 7:30 PM, Burke Park. Everyone's invited.
You have specific age ranges you'd like to see, like those middle school kids that are
The middle
unsupervised
school
riding around?
kids, little kids, absolutely. If you have your helmets, bring your helmets. If you want to bring your bikes, you're more than welcome to, so we can look them over for you. Be more than glad to do that. We want our kids to be safe. I've talked to a few people about bike safety the last few days. Believe it or not, there were some adults that I had to talk to. The adults didn't really, this one adult didn't really understand why he had to follow the rules. I said, the kids are looking up to you to set that standard. So if we're expecting them to follow it, we have to follow it. So I think he got the message after our conversation. It was, he understood a little bit better.
Perfect.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See,
Solicitor.
Can we do maybe an executive session at the end here?
Of course.
Just stick to that. What? We should do your arm this one.
yeah, sir.
It's hard to see on the phone.
Jump into the dumpster.
He really did jump into the dumpster, like into the hook part of the dumpster, right here. It's great. I watched it happen.
Was this like related to the trash thing?
No.
He was dumpster hopping.
Anyway, anything else?
Anyway.
Saw something he wanted to know.
Okay. Administrator.
Good evening.
Hello.
I will start with Rumpke Trash Service will be starting June 30th. Pickup days will be Mondays and Wednesdays, and literature should be coming out to residents any day now. It is posted on the website. I'll have it on Facebook here soon. And if there's any questions, feel free to call us. But I have had a lot of questions mainly about when are they going to send information out. So it should be any time.
So do we have
You'll
to
be
call
getting-
them and tell them we want them, or they're already,
It's all,
they got our addresses?
yeah, they've got addresses. They'll be, I've heard they're delivering cans already also. They're not going to add on anybody else until beginning of June. So like if we had somebody that just moved in and needs to set up service, did I say beginning? I'm sorry.
Just to clarify.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Let me back up. Okay, so they're not going to add anybody new on until they begin on June 30th in the village. So, but they will collect all the trash that's put out there for them that people have accumulated if there is some accumulation. So, and there'll be some, some issues to work through, I'm sure, with them, and as they get started, and just I'm asking people to be patient with the process and
Growing pains.
growing pains. Yes, they're new to our village. They don't have any residences over here yet, other than the few that they are picking up. But it'll, it's going to be a process, and folks will just have to be a little bit patient and just work through it with them.
So pickups on Monday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
And we do get a 95-gallon trash can.
Yes, they did add that can in for free. So the price.
So they're giving us a can?
Yeah.
The tote.
Yeah, the big.
There you go. Okay, you wanted a can, not no cost.
Yeah.
It's more from my wife.
Update on the sidewalk project. TR Snyder began our multi-use path last week. That is, connects the field house at the high school to Union Avenue there by the elementary school. So kids can walk safely now from high school or any school really to get to, they don't have to walk down Wall Street now in the traffic.
So when
Which
are
would be
we gonna
great.
pour that?
Wednesday, weather permitting, they're gonna put, it's asphalt, so they
Oh,
will,
just asphalt?
yeah, it's not concrete, so they'll put the asphalt in. Melway is gonna pave, so as long as the weather holds up, they can do that this Wednesday, and that'll be done and ready to go. The company that they contracted for trees has removed 9 trees this time for the new sidewalks that are going in. We're going in on Main Street, a few blocks on Oak, a few blocks on Main. Let's see, Wall Street, there's a few there, so sidewalks. And they had the stumps were removed today, so that's moving right along too. The rest of the big sidewalk stuff won't happen until the end of July, probably. Vic Allen Construction began repairs to the catch basins last week. We have 10 sorted out throughout the village that they've dropped down lower than the concrete, or than the pavement, than the street, so they're gonna be building those back up and making them back level with the street for better drainage. And I have at least one we'll be adding. Again, asking for patience and things there with the construction process. Then I have a couple things just to highlight about, we talked briefly about this in the committee, ordinance 2329 on animals in the village. It's a lengthy ordinance, but just to highlight that animals are not to run loose at large. So they have to be on a leash unless they're on private property. And then another thing we've had things come up with is walking animals. When you're walking, they have to be on a leash and they have to be cleaned up after. We had doggy waste stations donated by 4 different businesses, and those have been installed there are 3 up at the Waterworks Park, and there's 1 at Burt Park, and possibly we could get some more, but they have bags for people to pick up after their dogs and a trash can right there to throw away the waste. So it's actually against our ordinance to leave your dog waste on the ground as you're walking. So I'd like just people to be more aware of that.
Good, I'm gonna take a picture next time I can let you know, see if you're.
Mhm.
Just did it today.
Oh, wow.
But I don't think it's-
They can call the police, residents can call the police about that.
We will come take pictures.
Yeah.
Huh?
We will come take pictures. I'm not collecting it, but I will.
You're going to collect, whatever you got collected.
Negative.
Evidence bank.
That's right, you gotta have evidence back.
That's right.
Not in my house.
And last thing I'll reiterate too, per ordinance 24-35 was our sewer rate ordinance for last year that we passed, which we do review that every year. And it has we were giving the pool credit on sewer bill for pool fills, which we removed that last year. So that's not gonna be given anymore for those that have pools and are filling. There's no more credits for sewer bills when you fill, so. I've had that question come up a few times. And these ordinances are posted on our website if people want to see them. They're also, we have hard copies in the administration office and at the post office and the library. So, and then there's always a phone call to me or Amy, and we can make those available for you too, if ever anyone needs those. And that's all I have tonight. Thank you.
All right, moving on to introductions of ordinances and resolutions. 2025-27, a resolution by the council of the village of West Lafayette in Stockton County, Ohio, authorizing and directing the village mayor to submit a grant application with the COPS hiring program, CHP, and once the grant offer is received, further authorizing the village mayor to execute the grant contract and all related documents authorizing the village of West Lafayette to accept any grant money awarded to the village of West Lafayette and declaring an emergency. This is the second reading. 2025-28. That was a lot.
That's the one
where that passed tonight.
Was that?
Yeah.
Because of the deadline.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a.
So motion to suspend the rules and the 3 required readings for resolution 2025-27.
Second.
Wheeler.
Yep.
Fisher.
Yes.
Percy.
Yes.
Cheney.
Yes.
Bauer.
Yes.
Yes.
Motion to adopt resolution 2025-27.
Second.
Howell.
Yes.
Bauer.
Yes.
Cheney.
Yes.
Percy.
Yes.
Wheeler.
Yep.
Fisher.
Yes.
2025-28, a resolution by the council of the village of West Lafayette, Coshocton County, Ohio, authorizing and directing the village mayor and/or village administrator to submit a grant application with the Ohio Department of Natural Resources Division of Forestry for the Urban Forestry Grant to 2025, and once the grant offer is received, further authorizing the mayor and/or village administrator to execute the grant contract and all related documents authorizing the village of West Lafayette to accept any grant money awarded to the village of West Lafayette. This is the first reading. Okay. In other business, my daughter had her baby today. I did nothing. I did. The cheer, yeah. The bills have been around? Yes.
Motion to pay the bills?
Second.
Wheeler.
Yep.
Fisher.
Yes.
Percy.
Yes.
Howell.
Yes.
Bauer.
Yes.
Cheney.
Yes.
Joel has requested executive session.
The reason to do stays.
For what reason? What's the reason for executive session?
He's
He's
thinking.
thinking. Oh, he's thinking. I didn't hear that part, Joel. Huh. Let's see, it's all-
I thought I was gonna hurt him, so.
She's pulling it up. You wanna-
I was just looking to see if I had.
See a reason. A reason for-
Yeah, we have to have a reason, I just don't have a reason to spend it.
I know. I'm just wondering what to put, so I can see what the executive session was for.
It's eliminate hospital trees, so you guys.
So up for the night. I apologize. I just shushed the police chief twice.
All right, we'll call it a pending or imminent court action.
Pending legal court action?
Yeah, or imminent court action.
And we will not return to the live stream after this, so after the executive session, we won't be, we would adjourn. So, and
Do
you
you-
like to now?
Do you anticipate action, Joel? No?
And who remains?
Good night.
See you later.
All the council stays.
Council.
Thank you, I didn't mean to make that so hard.
Yeah.